We are painting the house, and I got a paint gun. Wagner FLEXIO P90 paint gun. 6 hours to paint a house by hand is crazy when you can paint it in 2 hours. It's a little difficult for some of the jobs. So if you're gonna be painting like a small individual wall, I would probably say don't bother even buying that. There's a lot of skeptics out there that think that, you know, using a paint gun is really a waste of time because of all the prep time involved. We're gonna go and show you how to clean this. The reason you probably want to get a spray gun when you're painting brick is because you want to get this in the grooves. There's a lever here that's gonna snap. We are painting the house, and I got a paint gun. So I'm going to show you how to use this paint gun on painting the exterior of your property. Today we're going to be taking a look and trying out the Wagner FLEXIO 590. This is not a sponsored product. This is just a gun that I wanted to pick up and see if it's worth painting the side of the red brick house. I started painting with a foam roller and a brush, and it took about 16 to 20 hours. And I've been watching videos and I've been talking to people, and they said that, you know what, pick yourself one of these. It's really not difficult to use, and you really can't screw it up because it's outdoors. I also wanted something that I can potentially use to spray decks with. Capacity 1.5 quarts. The flow is up to 8 gallons per hour. It weighs 4 pounds. They do say that you do not need to water down your paint. So the Wagner FLEXIO 590 allows you to spray transparent stains, transparent sealers, semi-transparent stains, semi-transparent sealers, lacquers that are water-based only, solid stains, oil enamel, latex paints, primers, oil or latex primers. It's a little difficult for some of the jobs. So if you're gonna be painting like a small individual wall, I would probably say don't bother even buying that. Just get yourself a roller and just roll it up. This is great if you're doing like a whole house, even for cabinets like this. I did not use this for cabinets. I used regular rollers for this. But painting an entire brick side of a house, definitely recommend it because it's all about time, right? So we're gonna be using the Bare exterior stucco and brick paint. That is a charcoal gray. I will leave the color code in the description. The reason you probably want to get a spray gun when you're painting brick is because you want to get this in the grooves. If you're going with a roller, you really have to press in there, and foam rollers are the best for that because the foam rollers go inside the grooves and leave the paint in there. But even so, you still have to go over a couple of times. So this is why a paint sprayer is perfect for an outdoor brick or siding application. If you look really closely here, you can see that the grooves are still red. And again, this is after 2.5 coats. So that's what's time consuming about painting with a roller and a brush. Inside you've got a manual, you've got a cleaning brush. So they did provide you with another nozzle right here. So how to change a replacement nozzle on your Wagner FLEXIO 590. You take the provided nozzle here. On the back here, you take this piece off. You simply clip it off like so. Open this up. You take this piece out by pushing it. So you push it and it comes out. Then you take your replacement piece. You put it face down like so. You press it until it clicks. You take this. And then... And now when you're cleaning this, also make sure that you take this off and you clean the parts as well. We're going to go and show you how to clean this. If you had some overspray, then perhaps you want to just kind of wipe this with a rag. Alright, so we just use a regular paint and primer, so it is water-based, so we can obviously use water to clean this. This does come out, but let's clean this first. Now this comes out by twisting it. So twist it, right? And you can see that you did get some paint right there on the inner. So we're gonna wash this right now. Use hot water, it will dissolve the paint a lot better. You can see even the inside is now nice and clean. Everything is clean. Wash this. Again, hot water. Now we're gonna take this apart. So to do that, you're gonna take this, pull this off, right? Don't worry, it's not gonna break. Now take this out. Now to do that, we're gonna unscrew this. Now this could clog or break or whatnot, so there we go. So you do have a replacement for this, so if it breaks, you can always replace it. We're gonna wash this first. Grab this, also wash it just for the heck of it. And finally, we're gonna wash this. Now it's all just plastic, so it's okay to wash this. Now let this sort of dry, maybe over a couple of hours, and then reassembled, and you're ready to go. So if you're gonna be painting upwards, you wanna take this and stick it towards the back of the gun, this way. If you're gonna be painting downward, you wanna flip this around this way. The reason is, as you pour this out, the nozzle will be able to get more paint from the bottom here. If you're painting upwards, you want to make sure that the nozzle is picking up the paint from here, therefore you want to turn it, like so. We only have a little paint left at the bottom, so in order to capture the paint, we need to tilt the gun this way. The paint's going to gather in the reservoir pocket right now, and then it's going to start spraying up until it's all done. Once you pour the paint in, you want to make sure that this is in place. So you take this off, you turn it counterclockwise, and then this will come out. So you just want to make sure that this is in firmly, because this will connect to here and create a nice flow. You don't want this to be coming out and pushing out. So you want to make sure you put this on and nicely tighten. Here's the smaller canister. So you would use this for your stains, clear coats, and things like that. There you go. Here's your gun. It's not that heavy, although you could definitely feel it, and if you're going to be painting the ceilings, you will feel it on your shoulders after a while. The cord is about 6 feet long, so you obviously want to have an extension cord when you're painting up in the air. All right, so take your gun, take your canister, this one or the smaller one. After it's filled with stain, you're going to push this in. There's a lever here that's going to snap, like so, and there's no turning. It just basically snaps in place. To take the canister out, you press down on this little lever here, and then you press this way, and then this all comes out. Smaller version, again, you put this in and will snap in place, and take it out, you press down. Super easy. There is a two-stage trigger, meaning that pressing it once simply activates the motor, gets it going, and pressing it again towards you is actually releasing the paint. So always make sure that you test it on a simple surface before you actually commit. You press once, it activates the motor, then you pull in a little extra, that's what activates the paint. If you look closely at the component, especially the trigger here, you can see that this is made of plastic. There's also a little plastic bolt. I don't know if I can adjust it or not, but I can definitely see that this could be a potential where it would break. You know, obviously this company does provide you with warranty, so you can always contact them, but I recommend you buying this either on your Home Depot credit card, contractor card if you have one, or get on Amazon. So that way it's easy for you to return it. Now, you can see that goes up, so you don't accidentally press it, right? And to bring it down, you just press it harder. Always make sure to read the quick start guide before you start any power tool, so you make sure you don't damage it by accident. With this gun, you can adjust the power of the spray, the width of the spray, the material volume, and the shape of the spray. 590 is equipped with a variable power control knob. It's at the very top. It goes from 0 to 9. The lowest setting is for your thinnest materials, and the highest setting is for your thickest. So you want to set minimum to 4 for things like stains, and for any latex paints, you want to go 5 to maximum. Because we're going to be using paint and primer in one, that's a heavy product, so we're going to set the dial all the way to 9. Here's your material flow dial. The material flow dial goes from 1 to 12, so you can turn this to adjust depending on the chart. If you're painting walls and ceiling, you want to set it at the minimum midway level, so that's about 6, I would say, depending on how the paint is flowing, if it's too thick, for example. So we're gonna start at 6, see how it is, and maybe crank it up. The nozzle determines the width and the shape of your spray pattern. So if this is pointed vertically, then this is up and down. Then this is side to side. The red lever on top controls the pattern of your spray. So you can have it a narrow pattern or a thick pattern. It's up to you. So this is your detail spraying nozzle. It also has the adjustable spray pattern. To control this, you simply loosen this up, make your change, and then tighten it up. Make sure that you properly prep and mask anything that's not going to be painted. There is a masking guide provided to you, so take a look at it for some quick suggestions and ideas. Pre-taped poly or pre-taped paper is another great way to quickly protect your doors, windows, or any other painted surfaces. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description for some of the tools that I've been using that help my job go a lot faster, smoother, and cleaner. There's a lot of skeptics out there that think that, you know, using paint gun is really a waste of time because of all the prep time involved. I'm one of those skeptics. I'm still not 100%. I'm gonna see how this works, but for my current application, I'm doing a lot of painting outside. I'm not too crazy about masking it because those edges are gonna be touched up with paint anyway, so we're really just painting a lot of surface. So even if I save 2 hours, this will pay for basically the gun on its own. If I were to do this for a living, if I was an actual painter, 6 hours to paint a house by hand is crazy when you can paint it in 2 hours maybe, or even 3 with something like this, and then just finish off with paintbrush or small foam rollers. This gun was about $230, so there are cheaper guns out there. Again, you can get one gun that doesn't do stains, and you're just gonna require to do a lot more viscosity, and those guns are about $80 to about $120. In the long term, if I'm going to be doing a lot of projects, my rental properties, then this is something I definitely want to own. All right, I think we're done. There's a very little left, as you can see, right? So we could still use this up, but I recommend getting yourself another.
Wait, are you recommending that when you run out of paint to get more paint?
What? What?
Are you recommending that when you run out of paint? Is it your recommendation to get more paint? Thanks for the recommendation.
So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure you click like, share, subscribe for notification of other videos like this. And remember, it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Invest, make your money work for you. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Marcin, out.